The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And his first pass is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down, Cousins again, being chased out left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Hey, we're good.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Yellow.
They go play action. Cousins Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Pittsburgh football here, and the Steelers that lost last week in Denver. That didn't hurt necessarily their playoff chances, but it did really hurt their chances for a first-round playoff bye.
Yeah, they're a game and a half up in the AFC North. They should be okay for their division. But when you talk about getting that open week at the end of a tough grueling season, everyone wants that. So you're exactly right about how that hurts. But this is why they lost to Denver. -4 in turnover differential in the game, and they still had a chance late. Ben Roethlisberger threw an interception in the end zone, sealed their fate. A game we all expected them to win. A game they probably should have won.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm so
Into heavy traffic,
I'm so
and it's
done with
intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to take this one back to the...
That's trash.
To the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. 1 in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Ertz has it left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz now on first down. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The defending Super Bowl champions taking the field on offense here. They certainly have learned how difficult it is to repeat as champions this season.
Sure.
Now, they did beat New York last week 25-22. And, Charles, I guess that does keep their slim playoff hopes alive.
It does, but
Yeah,
the next 2 weeks tell the full tale of their season because it's all about making the playoffs, right? So next week, home against Washington, and that's a Monday night game. And then they're at Dallas in a regular Sunday afternoon slot. So this is what it's all about for them. And it reminds me a little bit of Atlanta a couple years ago. Remember Atlanta lost the Super Bowl in New England? Came back the next year absolutely loaded. Everybody expected them to be back there. The whole season was a struggle, but they found their way back to the playoffs. Can Philadelphia do the same thing?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing now is Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Let me throw.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Green Bay's offense trots back onto the field, and this is a team that has struggled. It's 2 straight losses now, 4-6-1, and it's just looking like it might not be their year. They're going to need to run the table and then probably need a little help as well. And already, their quarterback, their leader, Aaron Rodgers, who's powered them to so many playoff appearances when things look bleak. Remember the one year? R-E-L-A-X. Won the division. Remember when he talked about running the table? Ended up getting to the playoffs, if not winning the division. He said yesterday, well, my focus is Arizona. Then we get Atlanta at home. Then we go to Chicago, a place where we've played pretty well and beat the Bears a number of times. Then we go and take on the Jets. And then we're home against Detroit. He pretty much has spelled it out again, the path to the playoffs. Can they make it happen one more time with Aaron Rodgers' words? Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And how about this, a fake on the move to his left. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And down inside the 15 he goes. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 13 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Hey. They're blitzing.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
But they're blitzing.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slide one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Go ahead, pick up your trash. Watch him blitz.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
They're probably like this one.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Come on now, let's go.
Now, Wentz again. They'll roll him out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing his Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 20. Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Mills. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On second down, it's Jones. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Start running it like a punt.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off.
You're gonna get the ball.
Because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Pass it like a real man.
On first down, Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now the Packers get set to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interception.
You ready?
Second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one.
I gotta quit.